Thanks for watching Your Plates Are Mine, where you don't have to be a professional chef to be a star in your own kitchen. I'm your host, David Miller, and I'd like to invite you to spend a little time with us as we meet some great new friends who are going to show us how to make something incredible you're going to want to make at home. Your Plates Are Mine is back with a special treat for you today. I'm here with Yasi and Noah Flanders, future executive chef Noah Flanders, and we're going to be teaching you how to make some fantastic Chinese food. Guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
All right, well, what are we making?
We're going to make a steamed fish. We're going to do the whole fish.
Ooh,
plus
all right.
some fillets, because some people don't like to look at the fish.
Yeah.
We're going to do some steamed rice and then some stir-fried veggies, and we're also going to end with some almond cookies.
Ooh, yummy, yummy. All right, can't wait to do it.
We're going to start by peeling a ginger root, and I want to make strips out of these because this is called fish in ginger net. Steamed fish and ginger net.
All right.
So we're going to make like a net pattern with the ginger root. So I'm just going to use a vegetable peeler so that I don't take too much of the ginger off when I remove the skin. Okay, the best way is slice it long ways like this because we want long strips here. Right. We don't want tiny little minced pieces. So I start off by getting a piece like this, and then I'm just going to lay it on the side and try to get as thin as I can.
A little tiny matchstick.
Little tiny matchstick. I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down on the bottom, and I'm going to lay the fish on top of it. What we're going to do on top, we're going to do it cross-cut, so it will look more like a net.
All right.
Okay, so first I'm going to put the fillets on one pan, and it doesn't matter if they overlap. When it steams, it will all steam nice and evenly. Okay. And I have washed these and patted them dry, and this is just the leftover fluid. I'm going to take a sharp knife, and I'm going to score the fish. I'm just going to make a little cut.
Yeah, and the tilapia skin's a little tough, so you may have to work on it just a little to get through it.
The reason for it is so that the sherry will penetrate. You don't want to cut it all the way through. Just make a slice. All right, so the fish has been washed and patted dry. We're going to place it on top of the ginger that's in the pan, and we're just going to make a net pattern over them like this. It doesn't have to be neat because when the fish steams, the ginger will settle, you know, because it's going to get cooked.
It'll relax.
And it'll lay down itself on the fish, and it'll look like it's in a net. And remember, like I said, it's all about presentation and taste. We're going to take a little cooking sherry and sprinkle over the fish.
That should infuse some nice flavor.
Yes, it does. And because we're having shredded green onions on top of the fish, we need to, shredded ginger on top of the fish, we need to shred the green onions also. Okay. Okay. Now, how do you shred something that's already so skinny? The easiest way is you cut off the ends, okay? And then you take from about midway and split it open, and then lay the green onion open like that. Okay, so you see that you have several layers here of green onion. So you just turn it over, and as closely as you can, you just start slicing into it and shredding that green onion. It's not going to be, perfect each time, but you're going to get skinny little pieces. Right. And when the fish is done, we're going to sprinkle these on the fish.
Put them on top.
We're going to warm up a little bit of vegetable oil. Very warm. And when the fish comes out, we put the green onions, sprinkle with a little bit of soy sauce, just a tiny bit, and then put the hot oil over it. Okay. And the hot oil will sear that green onion into the fish. So you have this very fresh flavor. We're going to make some stir-fried veggies. Snow peas, and I've prepped all the ones here, but I've left a few to show how to prep them. They're fresh snow peas. They're not cooked. Don't use the frozen kind for this. This is not.
They get mushy.
Yeah, they do. You have to snap off the ends and just run the strings. If they're fresh, they're not going to have much of a string to it. Okay. And that's a good thing. If they're, you have a little bit longer. If they're a little bit on the older. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
And since we're steaming rice, the rice turns out pretty white, and we want to have something pretty on them because, like I said, Chinese food is very eye-appealing. Yes. So I have kept these 3 snow peas that I've already cleaned, and I've taken the ends off in the string. I'm going to cut a little notch on both ends, and we're later going to use these to decorate the rice.
And is there a significance to the notch?
No, it just looks pretty when they're. I'm going to make a tomato rose also, and it'll look really pretty. It looks like leaves, It's just for eye appeal. Now, since it gets stir-fried, everything gets put into the pan around the same time. We're going to do the carrots first because they're the hardest vegetable. And if you notice, the snow peas does have maybe 1/8 of an inch thickness to them. So we want that kind of thickness for the carrot. Right. The same kind of thickness. And by cutting it on the diagonal, you're exposing more of the carrot to be able...
a little more surface area for that heat to work on to soften them up a little bit.
Right. So if you see, they're pretty much the same thickness.
Right.
Okay.
So if you cut them in big, say if you just cut them straight across and made a big wagon wheel out of them, they would be tougher, take longer to cook, so you would either overcook your tender vegetables or you would undercook your carrots and they would be real crunchy.
Right. Next we're going to work on these beautiful bell peppers. Now you notice the colors.
Right.
Okay. We're all about eye appeal. Right. So we're going to clean out the peppers, and then we're going to slice them not super thin, about the width of the carrot and the snow peas, because they're going to go in the same dish. So we're going to do that. Okay, the last vegetable we've got to chop is the mushroom, and we're going to do the same thing. Keep it the same size. And you don't have to cut this on the diagonals. This mushroom shrinks really fast, cooks very fast. We're going to make the sauce for the thickening, for the stir fry. And then I'm also going to make a tomato rose for garnish on the rice, because the rice is nice and white. So let's start with the sauce first. I usually put it in a little bit larger container than I need, because the cornstarch will settle, and right before you pour it in, you need to stir it. Right. So I'm going to start off. I need a teaspoon of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cornstarch.
All right. Now that's your thickener.
That's my thickener. Right. Okay, and then I have 4 tablespoons of chicken broth.
Chicken broth.
And it's not hot. If you put it in hot, it's going to start cooking the cornstarch right away, and we don't need that to happen until the stir fry is almost done. So make sure that chicken broth is cooled down. Okay, so I have that mixed up, and you want to get the lumps out before you continue with the sauce so you don't have any lumps. All right, this is oyster sauce. Okay. And you can buy this at the Asian market, and even some grocery stores are carrying it in their Oriental aisle. Make sure you get the one that says premium on the front. Premium. There's the extract. You have the imitation versus the real. Right. Same thing here.
Premium is the good stuff.
Yes, premium is the real thing. And this is oyster sauce. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce into the sauce. This is sesame seed oil, and the pure one is what you want. Right. Okay, and it's very fragrant. It's very, very, yes, I don't know if you can smell it.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's very fragrant. And I'm going to use half a teaspoon. It doesn't take a whole lot. It's just for flavoring. And you know, oil and water don't mix, so you don't need to emulsify or anything. When it gets into the wok, it will work itself all through.
With the heat.
Right. I want to do a tomato roast to help decorate our rice.
Right.
Our rice is going to be white, it's going to be steamed, and we're going to put it into a pretty bowl and make it look real pretty to present. But if you just present a bowl of white rice, it's like, all right, rice. Right. But when you come with a beautiful fish, and then you have the vegetables, and your rice needs to do a ta-da also. So this is what you're going to do. Take a tomato, and this is a small paring knife. It's very sharp. And I start here at the end, and, well, this one is not very sharp.
Hey, I can fix that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
I just need the first cut. I'm going to basically peel my tomato using my knife and go around and around trying to keep one continuous loop. And you can basically go to the end. I usually end about right here. Okay, I slip my peel off. And Noah has a baggie for me there.
Look at that.
And we'll put that in the crisper for later. Okay, now this, see that flat part that I start off? That's my base.
All right.
So I'm going to start at the other end. And I lay the peel down, and at the other end, I just start folding. And you kind of have to keep this, see how it has a tendency to come out? Kind of have to keep that together there. But you don't want to super squeeze it, because then you might just totally torture the tomato.
Too much.
Right. So you go around and around.
So you're rolling it up, and you're making a little bit of a cone out of it. Just a little bit of a cone shape, or are you trying to roll it up just in a nice round cylinder?
I just roll it up, because you'll see how
it's trying to get away from you.
it's trying to open up, right, just like a flower would. And now I have to kind of turn it up. But see how the rose starts to form? Yes. And when you get to the bottom, you have its little sitting place in your hand. These are going to be my leaves on the rice. See, I'm going to place them like that and decorate my rice.